382 years ago, Galileo was jailed for proving with objects that the Earth orbits the sun because he designed the telescope. All right. At that time in history, not long before Galileo, a guy was burned at the stake, all right, for trying to attempting to unite religion and science. Well, Galileo, and this guy was a preacher, Giordano Bruno. Galileo, he says, I'll stay in jail, but he didn't tantrum because he could have got burned at the stake just as easy as Bruno. Well, the invisible architect, the cell, was discovered 350 years ago. All right, and so there's only 30 years or 32 years between the time that the cell was discovered in Cork. All right, the invisible architect. We all arrive here from one single cell. All right, and then we multiply into multi-cell life, inside this one cell that becomes us. All right, our brain design is in there, our heart design, our lungs, and everything. All right, it is the invisible architect. The marriage between our father's and our mother's cell makes us, or cells makes us. All right, and so, what has in common with these things is that we use technology to see far away and predict with math the orbits of the planets around the sun. All right, and we see in smaller, in microscopic, we see the cell, the invisible architect. Take a city is that if you look at a city, there's all kinds of different specialists. It's a model that repeats throughout the system. But what has happened is that the word slaves from ManTime have been stomping science for all this time. All right, we just have to be honest as a species. All right, recorded history is all tainted because right now, recorded history trains adults or trains us as trusting children. We are trained to live for the dead instead of our own children. All other species of Earth live for their children and their reproduction and to give them the world, except humanity. And the reason is that science and language, recorded history, the use of currency is not used for the children. All right? And so, that it is time to free yourself and abolish word slavery into ManTime by thinking with objects outside your body. All right? These are called the literacy objects, EarthTime objects, ManTime objects. You could tell a kid when you're telling them about words, a tree is this kind of object. All right? America is this kind of object. You get control over these kind of objects. ManTime objects. You must know what to be and what to conduct. We are doing what should have been done. We didn't find the invisible architect, since until 350 years ago. All right, we did not know the Earth orbited the sun until 382 years ago. In a true scope of time, it's a blink of an eye. And what I'm asking you to do is to be honest. Be EarthTime honest. All right? Leave the ManTime delusion. Leave that God delusion behind and be real and from earth and look out the eyes. Give every cell in your body a brain because you came from one cell. All right? The marriage of your mother's and your father's cells became you. And right now, because of our behavior, we have defaulted to single cell. But if you give every cell of your body your eyes, and you grow your specialty for freedom, like any person in a city, a body, or any cell in a body, a country, all of humanity, that we all use our specialty for freedom. We all work together. We model the internet. Move your finger and model the internet. Think of all the cells that are working together to make this happen. All right? Well, that's, above language, thinking with EarthTime honesty, above the ManTime delusion. The model is there, and your native behavior comes back. Thanks to Galileo and the invisible architect. I love you, Fred. Bye-bye.